Hello, welcome to our Mechanics of Deformable Bodies series. No? And this is situation number 7. The piece of wood, 100 by 100 millimeter in cross-section, contains a glued joint inclined at an angle of theta to the vertical. The working stresses are 20 megapascal for wood in tension, 8 megapascals for glue in tension, and 12 megapascals for glue in shear. And if theta is 50 degrees, calculate, number one, calculate the allowable P based on wood tension. Well, for the first problem, if this is the cross-section, gagawin na natin siyang konting 3D. Ayan. Okay, so it turns out that this particular cross-section is subject to a normal stress, which is in this case, that particular normal stress would be tension. No? As you can see from the given or from the figure, yung force kasi natin is away from the body. So that creates a tension in this particular cross-section. Okay? And basically, ang gusto lang daw, sabi dito, no, yung allowable stress daw is 20 megapascal for wood in tension. So the allowable stress for wood tension, the WT na lang, wood tension, is equal to 20 megapascals. Okay? Tapos lagyan na rin natin ng dimension. The dimension here is 100 by 100. So this is 100 mm. Tapos yung dimension sa ilalim, okay, is also 100 mm. So ibig sabihin, our cross-sectional area for tension would be 100 by 100, no? So dapat, yung allowable natin, mas malaki yan dun sa actual stress, no? Actual wood tension. Which is yung actual wood tension is, as we all know, force divided by area. And the applied force in that cross-section will be P divided by area of the cross-section, which is 100 squared. Okay? So from this inequality, we would be able to define yung P. So yung P natin ngayon should not exceed, no? Kapag binaliktad natin, di ba ito? Nasa right side nito. So ibig sabihin, pag pinaliktad mo, no, magbabaliktad din yung inequality symbol. So and then if you would cross multiply this here, so magiging 20 megapascals times 100 squared. 20 times 100 squared, that will give us 200,000 newtons. No? Should not exceed 200,000 newtons. No? O di kaya, that should not exceed 200 kilonewtons. Okay, and that will be our answer for the first question. So in order for the tension in the wood, or rather, in order for the allowable tensile stress in the wood, to be safe, kumbaga, to be protected, our applied P should not exceed 200 kilonewtons. And that will be our answer for number 1. Calculate the allowable P based on wood tension, and that will be letter C. Okay? On the next problem, calculate the allowable P based on glue tension. So, dito naman tayo mag-focus sa glue. Bali, ang glue natin, walayan na lang natin. Kunwari, ito yung glue. Okay? Sa kabilang side, kunwari, ito yan. O di kaya, ganito na lang. So, ito siya. Okay? Ayan. So, naka-incline, no, yung cross-section natin. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kung ito ang cross-section natin, ito, naka-incline. Okay? So, para masabi natin na tension, di ba ang tension is a normal force? I mean, rather, normal, yes, it's a normal force and it produces a normal stress. So, when you say normal stress, the force applied should be perpendicular to the surface of contact or in the cross-section. So, since ang cross-section natin ay naka-incline, so dapat dito sa cross-section na ito, yung applied force is naka-perpendicular din dun sa cross-section na yan. Okay? And if we would redraw that, parang lumalabas. Sa side view na lang, no? Sa side view, parang lumalabas. Ganito siya. If I would take the other side. So, ito yung P. Okay? Nandito yung glue natin. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung P na to will be divided into two components. One component is perpendicular and the other component is parallel. So, bali, ito yung normal force. Ito naman yung shear force. Okay? So itong normal force N, yan dapat yung magiging force natin for the cross-section. Okay? Para sa glue tension, no? Ito yun. Because it should be, the criteria should be, it should be perpendicular to this cross-sectional area. Okay? Ayan. So now, this is for number 1. For number 2, yung allowable stress for glue tension is limited to 8 megapascals. No? 8 megapascals. And this should not exceed, or rather, this should be greater than pala kasi siya yung allowable. Dapat mas malaki ito doon sa actual glue tension, which is equal to force divided by area. Yung force natin is N. Yung area natin, take note, hindi 100 by 100. Ano? So it should be this cross-sectional area. Ito na yung cross-sectional area natin. Area or the effective area for glue. No? Kasi naka-incline. Alright, so paano kukubitin yan? So as you can see, ang projection niyan, rectangle pa rin. So itong measurement na ito, it is still 100 millimeters. Kaya lang, itong cross-section na ito, hindi na yan 100. Bali, ito na yan. Okay, and to figure out what is this measurement, kunin natin itong triangle na yan. So in that triangle, ito na sa gilid, this is known to be theta, which is 50 degrees. And itong height na ito is 100. So we can define this as 100 over cosine 50. Okay? Kasi yun yung hypotenuse. Ano? So di ba lumalabas dyan kung ano to, this is, kung ano to, that value, multiply mo ng cosine 50 para makuha ito. Okay? Kaya ito ay 100 over cosine 50. Okay? So our area would be this length, multiplied by this length. No? So, which is 100 times ito pa. Okay, so it should be 100 times 100 over cosine 50. Okay? So, kailangan lang muna natin malaman kung ano yung N in terms of P. And to calculate that, we can actually do, apply, maraming pwedeng explanation dito, pero para sa akin, the simplest way is parang, kunin natin component niya dun sa dalawang axis na ito. Okay? O di kaya pwede tayong mag-ano na lang, gawa na lang tayo para hindi nakakalito. No? Pwede kang gumawa ng vertical at horizontal axis. So dapat yung resultant nitong dalawa ay ito. Okay? So we can redraw that here. Okay, so ito yung P natin. So bali, in this ano pala, sa kabilang side, dapat yung P natin is balance, no? May P rin dito. So dapat yung resultant nitong N tsaka nitong V ay equal dito sa P na to. So ibig sabihin itong V na to is pwedeng baliktad yung direction. But it's okay kahit na hindi baliktad rin. Malalaman naman natin yan when we get the value kung positive ba or negative. Okay, so magiging, ito yung resultant. Okay, ito yung components. Ito yung V. Ito yung N. Okay, tas in terms of the angles, we know from the figure that this is 50 degrees. 50 degrees ito. So, ibig sabihin ito ay 40, no? Kasi 90 minus 50, this is 40. Okay? So, ibig sabihin between the shear force and P, 40 degrees. Okay? So, ulitin ko, no? Ito ay 50, no? O dito na lang. Ito ay 50. Okay? So, with respect sa horizontal, ito ay 40. Ulitin ko, ito ay 50, ito ay 40. So, ibig sabihin, yung angle nitong dalawa is also 40. Okay? Kasi 40 ito eh. Okay? So, this will be 40. So, ibig sabihin, this should be 50. Kasi dapat yung N tsaka yung V perpendicular. No? Okay, so ibig sabihin, if we would take summation of forces, tawag na to X, ito ay Y, take summation of forces X is equal to R, no? Because is equal to P. Kasi yun yung resultant nila. So we will have P, we have N cosine 50 degrees plus V cosine 40 degrees. Okay, and that should be equal to P. Take note, ang ginawa ko dito is yung to the left yung positive. Dahil lahat naman sila to the left. Okay? And then if you take summation of forces, y is equal to 0, this time assuming upward positive. So this time, bakit 0 ito? Kasi wala namang y component yung resultant natin. So we will have n sine 50 minus v sine 40. So lumalabas ngayon, n sine 50 is equal to v sine 40. Or in other words, yung v natin is n sine 50 over sine 40. And then we can substitute that here para in terms of n na lang. Okay, so magiging n cosine 50 plus v, or rather n, palitan ko na yung v, no? N sine 50 over sine 40 cosine 40 is equal to p. Okay, so ibig sabihin, yung n natin can be solved in terms of p. Okay, and that is simply 1 over, so pag pinactor out yung n, cosine 50 plus sine 50. And then take note, itong cosine over sine magiging over tangent, or wag na, lagyan na natin cosine 40 over sine 40. Okay, so our n in terms of p is 0.6427. So, lagay ko lang sa a. Okay? So, meaning, going back here sa relationship na ito, okay, so, this particular fraction, papalitan ko na ito nung 0.6 something in terms of p, no? So, magiging a times p over 100 times 100 over cosine 50. This should be less than or equal to the allowable, which is 8 megapascal. Okay, and from here, we should be able to solve for P. So yung P natin should not exceed 8 times 100 squared over cosine 50 kapag cross multiply, tapos divided by yung coefficient na 8. And that gives us 193 point, or 193,622.13. This is in newtons. So meaning, if you want that in kilonewtons, P should not exceed 193.622 kilonewtons. Okay, para hindi naman masira yung glue in terms of tension. So in our number 2, our answer should be letter D. And lastly, calculate the allowable P based on the glue shear. So ang shear naman, ang allowable is 12 megapascals. For number 3, yung allowable glue shear is 12 megapascal. So, dapat mas malaki ito dun sa actual shear dun sa glue, which is equal sa force over area. No? So, yung area natin is still this surface. Ito pa rin yung surface na pinag-uusapan. So, ito pa rin yung area natin. Pa rin, 100 over cosine 50. Okay, pero yung shear force V natin in terms of N, o di ba yung ano, yung N natin in terms na nito, in terms of P. So pwede ko 'to i-resubstitute dito. Okay, so pag sinubstitute natin yan dito, okay, so yung magiging bagong shear force natin in terms of P is equal to, tignan natin, ano? Bali, yung A, mamumultiply lang ng sine 50 over sine 40. Okay, so 0.766, lagay ko lang yan sa B. So this time, ang shear force natin ay B times P. Okay? Kumbaga, pinalitan ko tong n nito. Magiging 80 ito. So, yung a mamumultiply lang sa sine 50 over sine 40. Ayan, sine 50 over sine 40. Okay? So, meaning, yung shear force natin can be replaced by B times P over 100 times 100 over cosine 50. Okay? And kapag binaliktad ulit, ano? So, magiging dapat yung B times P over 100 squared over cosine 50. This should be less than, no? Should be less than or equal the allowable of 12 megapascal. And from here, we should be able to calculate the allowable peak naman. So it's 12 times 100 squared over cosine 50, tapos divided by yung coefficient na. That gives us 243.7 kilonewtons. Okay, and that would be our answer. Okay, so in number 3, technically, no, dapat mas mababa ng 243. Okay, pero we can accept since ano naman to, no? So dapat dito, supposedly, no, ang mas tamang sagot, ito. Kasi dapat you choose the lower, nearest lower value of p. Pero, kumbaga, semantics na lang, no? So, dito, ang tinatanong nga kasi, what is the maximum p? Parang ganun. So, that would be letter A. Okay? And that's how we solve this particular problem.